Hello and welcome to the presentation of Group Two's application, the Money Jar app. My name is Jenny Falzone and my group includes Valerie Mensa-King, Liz Lynn, and Brittany Tart. About the Money Jar app, we created this application to assist users with their financial goals by leveraging human factors knowledge about finances, incorporating emerging technologies, and using specific e-learning resources geared towards financial literacy. Our target demographic was people 18 to 35 years old, typically earning their own income and managing their own finances. The content of use included a mobile application for regular on-the-go use. And here are some of the app benefits that we wanted to address, including encouraging users to save and track expenses, to be aware of their money flow, to set and achieve financial goals and tasks, to personalize financial tracking to work for a user, to help users exercise best financial practices, and finally, to notify and inform users where they could save money. Highlighted here are some of our project goals, including goal number 1, which was to ensure security and credibility with our users, which we measured through a Super Q evaluation. Goal number 2 was to identify which features would help users accomplish their short-term and long-term goals, and we measured this through feature-based questionnaire. And goal number 3 was to determine 2 to 3 effective strategies for improving the user's financial behavior, and this we measured through literature reviews and interview data. Here are the methods that we used throughout our project. The first one here was a competitive analysis where we looked at other financial management applications to see what they were doing and where they could be improved. Number 2 was a literature review where we looked at human factor influences on negative financial behavior. Number 3 included interviews where we talked to people about their attitudes towards money. And number 4 was a questionnaire that went along with our interview that focused on features to see how people would react to different features we proposed. Number 5 included multiple rounds of prototyping and testing. And number 6 included our Super Q evaluation that focused on credibility and security. Some interesting findings that we'd like to share today include number 1, during our interviews and usability testing, we found that users preferred to have multiple options when logging in. We thought initially that people would like the ease of logging in through their bank app, but we found that some people like the security of manually entering their information. Number 2, we found that during our TreeJack and usability testing, users expressed varying conceptions about budgets and goals. This led to including descriptors of goals and budgets within the application. And number 3, during our interviews, majority of users mentioned using account summaries in other applications and how they enjoyed it. We ended up adding into our dashboard overview of activities so people could get a snapshot of their accounts. Highlighted here are some of the challenges that we faced during our project. The first being with our A/B testing, which we did during the first round of prototyping. We wanted to see if personalization would encourage users with short-term and long-term goals. However, we didn't find enough variation between prototype A and prototype B, so when we were evaluating the results, we couldn't really tell if there was a true benefit. The second challenge we faced revolved around our literature reviews, where we were trying to get inspiration for features that would truly benefit people's long-term and short-term savings. It would really help us in the future to have a longer amount of time to track people's actual saving habits and see if there was a true effect. The final challenge we faced came with usability testing prompts. We found that, especially during prototype 1, people had trouble looking past the low detail of the prototype and would focus on that instead of the actual actions of the task. However, the most challenging thing, which I had mentioned before, was the difference between goals and budgets. As you can see, we created a prototype where goals and budgets fell under planning. Budgets would be one tab and goals would be another with descriptions below. However, we still had users express different conceptions of how budgets and goals are related to each other. One user said they were confused by budgets and goals. They thought their goal was to stay under budget, so they thought they would find it there. This is something we need to continue to test in the future to see how we can better help users to all look at budgets and goals in a similar fashion. Thank you all for viewing our presentation today. If you'd like to stay connected or have more questions for us, feel free to reach out.